Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sincere. And this is Season 2, Episode 0, because this is the pre-season. I will be discussing some things about what I've done and what I'm going to do, and we're going to see if we just try to get stuff done as quick as possible, what players to aim for at this season and whatnot. I have actually signed a couple of players and I have some horrible news. Last season we did a lot to get Scott Dowd to be the player that we should be building our team around. He's, should I say, only 32? I mean, yeah, it's a high age, but not retirement old age, I think, especially when you're a star player in this and playing every single game. But he's decided to retire, so he will retire. I think it's today that he will retire, which is very, very, very disappointing, because he could at least have given me one more season, especially since I signed a long contract with him for £400 a week until 2024. So yeah, sort of fooled me a bit there, but there's not much I can do. I tried to convince him to stay, but he wouldn't. So I have negotiated a contract with him to stay on as a under 18 coach. So yeah, unfortunately he had to go. Irvine, I'm still hoping that I can get him to stay another season. So far I cannot negotiate even for prolonging of his contract. Alfie, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna let him his thingamajig run out. I don't intend to keep him. I have put Max Deitch, I don't know really Max, I'm gonna just call him Max, 18-year-old on loan for Northampton. That's one of the players I brought in. Kai Garande, a left defender on loan from Charlton. I'm hoping he might be a better alternative than Nathan Green. I don't know, but we'll just have to see. Let's see who else I brought in. This Terrell on loan from Charlton, and a central midfielder, which I'm hoping can do something good for us there. And I got to prolong Tom Staggs, so he's staying another season. And that's good news for me, to keep Stag for another season. And I did something stupid. I was going to negotiate a new contract with Toby Egan, but he wanted £325 per week, and he wanted to sign a contract until 2023. And I was just thinking, well, that's because I did this before the beginning of the new season, in the holidays, so to speak. And it ended up being that I thought that, well, he already have a contract until 2023, but he doesn't. He has to 2022. So I did not prolong it one more season. I walked away from that, and now I guess he might be here for this might be his last season here. So I did sign another goalkeeper on free transfer. I did pay a lot of salary for him, but he's here until 2023, and if at least. So, and he's got good numbers. I think he might even take the first position away from Toby Egan. So unfortunately I didn't get to sign. And I've signed Ethan Gumps. Hopefully a replacement for Scott Doe. I don't know, but I needed something to be permanent for the club, and he's only £150 a week until 2023, so 2 years with £150. I'm hoping that there is a couple of players that will be thrown out of the club. Now Liam Lansworth and a lot of other players like what's his name, Cook. I think he's on the 23 team he's playing in. So, and I also signed Alex Babos. Don't know if he's going to be good, but he's only £100 a week. And I signed Sonny Carey, which I'm also hoping he gets some good numbers. I'm also hoping he will be able to get a good position. And as you can see, Sonny Carey and Alex Babos is both of them are offensive midfielders. So maybe we can get a little more balance on the midfield there in the central midfield. Maybe we can play these two players from time to time, let them fight for the defensive midfield role, and then Babos and Carey perhaps fight for the offensive. I don't know, but yeah. And I think I signed a striker here as well, Liam Nash. I think he's got some really good numbers and could be a really interesting player. And he's only wanting 140 per week until 2023, so could be really interesting to see what he can do for us. But I do think that he has quite a high, let's look at his information. I think he has some bonus, 17 in goal bonus, yearly wage rate with 10%. After 25 games, he will have 200 per week. Still not a very high salary though, but it is on the upper half, so to speak. So a couple of players has come in, and we are still waiting for a couple of players to leave. And yeah, that's pretty much what I am thinking about right now. Let's see, under 23, I haven't brought any of these into it now. Pretty much all of these are going to leave. And let's see, under 18, most of them, or pretty much everybody, are the youth players that I signed from the, well, except for Karim Isiaka. As I can see, it is pretty much now Bradley Ryan was here as well. Otherwise, it's all the players that was taking in as prospects, and probably most of them are crap, but we'll get to see that. And it's good to have, they're all on, if we look here, you can see they're all earning £5 per week. I am really thinking about trying to get rid of Karim Isiaka because I don't think he's got anything to offer us, to be honest. He did play one game. Did he only make one game? Yeah, played a lot of games in other situations. I guess it was in friendlies and in under 23 and under 18 games that he got to play. Anyway, let's see. We shall have the senior club here, or senior team here. So none of the other ones here are really engaged in the situation, but we have a lot of players, and I'm waiting for a lot of them to run out of contracts so that we can get this extremely high salary. Wage budget here is 4,740 this year, and we're at 5.8, almost for 5.9. So yeah, we need to get that down, of course. But there is a lot of players that are going to leave whose contracts are running out pretty soon. We did, I mean, last year we have had £20,000 in some sponsorship, and we had 60,000 in our main kit. And the main kit this year is giving us 7,500. That's a very steep dive from 60,000 to only 7,500. And we also had another sponsor deal that gave us 20,000, and that's completely gone. So really bad numbers in the sponsoring. There should be a history on this as well, the sponsorship income. That would have been cool, so that you can see how you sort of lose or gain sponsorship deals through the years. But yeah, very sad. 80,000 that we got in last season, and all of that is gone. So here, Scott Doe contract renewal blocked. What? Because we have another coach. Okay. But I want him a lot more than I want to keep him. Let's start by... The board will get back to you shortly to let you know of their decision. And Doe is accepting, and he hangs up his boots. Scott Doe has retired from professional football. This means that we get to pay him 200 something less in salary. But it's sad because he was such a good player. But let's take a look at this. Yeah, went down from 5.8 to 5.4. So yeah. So I guess the staff wages isn't included here, which is good. But 84,000 almost in deficit. It's taking a toll on us. Number of coaches increased. Good. They did agree to it. Can I sign him now then? Well, that's nice of them. That's actually really nice, because we want to keep Scott Dow at the club. He is a club legend, I think, anyway. Let's see, do we have any legends? Can we see this? Captain, vice captain, key players, hot prospect, landmarks, facilities, history summary. You can see here that they haven't been very good, but they've been better. They've been up here. Okay, kits, managers. I've been here now for 330 days. Interesting. Transfers, we can see here Liam Nash, Alex Barbos, Evan Gumps, and Sonny Carey and Match Dukes or whatever. And a couple of players have left already. Emmanuel Maya is probably the only one since we did the last thing there. But yeah, you can't see. I don't. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We did get a new information here. What we have to do this year: work within the weight budgets, which I'm struggling with, of course. Mid-table on what they hope for us to gain, and my contract expires this season, so let's hope that I get a new one. Work towards repairing the club's financial damage. That's what I'm trying to repair the club's financial damage next season, and work towards reaching the South playoff. So we don't have very much pressure. So we really should be able to keep. Yeah, we should actually be able to have a reasonable chance. You can see here that loads of contract expires, which yeah. Let's see here. Several players feel they should be given Risk Hook some games in the first team. Scott Dow, but Scott Dow has been retired. Why is he? Joe Healy, I think playing time demands with them dropping. You're right, yeah. Everything, every time. And it's good that we have sorted that out. It's good that it works almost every time. Well, it's been working for me every time that I've had that struggle with them, so I've become aware that, yeah, Unhappiness, I don't really. I think he's one of the players that's which contract is running out now. I hope for it anyway, because I don't like him. Let's see. Welding staff contract sector expires. Don't really care about them, or maybe I should. Let's see if we can give him 325 promotional wage. Yeah, let's give him a good raise if we reach promotion. Let's offer him a contract as well, like that. Yes, that's the advantage by being in such a little club like this, is when you have Manchester United, you have a staff running, yeah, 20, 30 staff that you need to renew their contract and stuff like that, and you sort of don't know what to do really. But here we have not so many staff, and we can go through and sign new contract with them. We remained intact in the statue. Is there any way to see where we ended up in the ranking? Quite low, I guess. Yeah, down here, just underneath King's Lynn. Very, very poor. Very, very poor. Only 1 star. So let's hope we can change that this season, because I'm aiming at a playoff position this year. The question is, can I get to keep Irvine for another season, and can I find, is one of the players that I've gotten my hands on, is he good enough to take over for Scott Dow? Or yeah, we'll just have to see. Joseph Lebets is not going to. He's joining us the 1st of July, I guess it is. So yeah, breakthrough prospect. But as I yeah, Aldershot seems to have a lot of good players. When I get suggesting, when I need to do this, I go into Director of Football and he suggests target, and I choose between loan and free transfers, and then he gives me, and I chose which position as well, like this, and we get the suggested players here, and I often give them trials in my club and try to see if I can find out who I want to sign and not want to sign. So yeah, now that is how I do it, and I often get suggestions from Aldershot, to be honest. So it seems like they have a good recruitment in that club. So Irvine loan ends here, and I'm hoping that I will be able to prolong it for another season. I have tried to sign him, but he doesn't want to come to. Doesn't want to be a Welling player for with a real contract. He would just want to be lent out here and then leave. So this is the board would like to make it clear that they expect from me this season here. Competition mid-table there, yeah. Reach 4th qualification round. I hope I can get there. Reach 1st round minimum. I hope that you don't get sore if I go out in the 2nd round when I enter the competition this season. But yeah, you'll never know. But I want to go as far as I can, of course, in all the competition this year. I think we are ready to start climbing a bit, but let's just accept that. The biggest problem is, of course, the financial, to get that to really work at the moment. Yeah, I don't care if you thought it was too early. They should have done more tactical training. Yeah. Welling has received for some TV rights, so a little money there. Can that help us anyway? And then the South Fixture Leagues has been announced. And then somebody has created a friendly for me. Well, thanks, I guess. Wage rises. Isiaka gets a 5% raise and Traoré gets 15% raise. That's not good. He now has 240 in wage, which I don't like, and this players now have 95. Not good, but he had that already. So I guess, oh my god, I don't get to see it. This I need to, this I don't care about. This we have Charlton, Athletic here, and Walt. We've already got a lot of friendlies. I've created Boston and Kettering, and then somebody else. I guess it's my. Let's just see if we have friendlies all the way down to Tonbridge game here. So no, that's under 23 and stuff. That's weird. I can't create friendlies because my under 23 and under 18 are playing there and there. That's weird. And there, but we still have a friendly ourselves there. Oh well. And we start with a league game this year against Tonbridge, not the FA Cup, I guess. Let's go back. Let's cancel that. Yes, and we can see, yeah, the FA Cup second. We are qualified for the second qualification round already, I guess. And we are qualified for the second round at once as well in the FA Trophy. So loads of games are going to be played in the league before we get to the FA Cup. That's weird. Now I'm gonna be playing this episode is all about what we have done, I think we're gonna play the Boston game in this episode. The rest is about what my intentions for the season, and I think I'm pretty much done with the transfer window. I'm not gonna be searching for anything more. I'm going to try and get to keep Irvine, of course, for another season. Other than that, I think I'm done with this season's loan and signings, and hopefully we will be ready for the season. But I'm going to play the Boston game, and after that I'm going to pretty much take everything off, which means I'm going to be playing the games myself off camera, and yeah, you'll see me. I'll start with the very first league game of the season after that, and a little summary I will take about the friendlies and about the contracts that's going to be what you may call it. Lots of contracts are going to end, so that's going to, and if I sign some players, I will of course bring that up in the first episode. This is a pre-episode, so this is going to be called episode 0 for season 2. Episode 0 is this what this is going to be called. So yeah, because this is only my way of saying how we show what has happened during the summer and stuff like that, which players I've signed and everything, and yeah, the rest is not that very interesting. So I want to get rid of that one Cook. I don't know. His contract expires in 3 days, so that's good. I will get rid of him. That's good. That's very good. So let's go to the game and let's see who we're going to be putting into the team. Boston United, and now I have to find the team. I'm going to go with Toby Egan, and I'm going to have Tom Handler as the reserve there. Right defender, of course, I'm going to go with Johnson. Him probably one of the better players for me last season. Now the problem is I'm going to continue with Max Irvine here, but now it's the problem. The problem is I got Even Gumps, I got Vinnie Mulholland, but he's not that good, it seems. So I'm gonna go with one of these two lads, and I think since I've lent him, I think it's going to be him that's going to be starting anyway. And then we have a left defender. Nathan Green, he's got some good numbers, but this is a player that I've lent for this season to be able to have something else there to compete for that position. But I think I'm going to go with Nathan Green for now, and we'll just have to see what happens. Right midfielder, that's got to be one of the youngsters that came up now, 15 years old. Yeah, 5 pounds. He's not very good, so he's not the one. I think he's another one of those young players coming up, yes. And we have Alex Babos, but he's not. He's a central. He's going to be playing in the central of the midfield. We have Neon Payne, somebody that, he's got some interesting numbers. Maybe we should sign him. Well, I don't know. I think we're gonna be taking that decision off camera. I'm gonna be finding somebody to play on the right side. Will it be Vose? Because I don't think we've signed any right midfielder still. Now I'm gonna go with Verdi. Verdi's gonna get that, and of course we're gonna have Duro as I call him, and I'm actually gonna go with Oldacre. I'm gonna go save this. I'm gonna have some players on the bench, and I'm gonna play I'm going to be doing a lot of changes in the half time, so bear with me when it comes to that. Is it Tom Staggs first? No, it's not, but let's take him out again then. It's Fundi first, Victor Fundi, and then Tom Staggs. We have the first team that's going to be playing. We can see that they have built up a good relationship, and so have they, and so have I, and the mid defenders are completely new to each other. Now we have a Tom Hadler, and I now want to try and get a completely second team, so to speak, that I can put in. These are all youngsters. I don't think I have. Should I be playing him? Yeah, maybe I'll put him in on the bench. And then we have a left defender with him. And we should have some central defenders. Him and one more central defender. We don't have another central defender. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe we should sign. Well, I will be taking an interest in that off camera as well. Let's give him the chance, Ryan McLean. Then we need a right midfielder. And we're gonna go with, what are we gonna go with? He's gonna leave. Well, let's go with Payne. We could, interesting to see if he's doing anything good for us. Then we go with Terrell, and I think I want Sonny Carey, and we need a left midfielder. Dominic Vos is gonna get that, and then we need two strikers. I know I want Liam Nash and Traore to be those strikers. And then we have one surprising. Let's take Babos there then. That's the team I hope to can do something with in this game here. Let's submit this team. Let's go for this practice game. Scott Dow being taken out is not very strange since he has retired. Let's go to the game. Going to be interesting. Pump fists, a chance to impress. Yeah, time to fight for a place in the team again. And the game is off. And we're in red. Let's hope for a good season. But yeah, it doesn't start good here. Oh my god. Oh, luckily that was an offside goal, so no problemo. But there's going to be a lot of changes for the second half. I'm pretty much going to change every player that I can. Especially I'm going to be changing like everybody. I'm going to be interesting to take a look and see, for example, what Niall Payne will mean for the club. And at the same time, it's the first game of the season, so it's good to give everybody that I have any plans whatsoever for to be given an opportunity to play some minutes. And since we just come back and since it's pre-season training, they're going to be a bit tired to get back to full fitness. So yeah, I'm going to be changing out pretty much every player in the team. But first of all, we need to get the first half done. And we haven't created a single chance with the players that I intend to have as first team players. That's worrying. I don't know if I get to keep Stern Irvine though, but otherwise this is the team that I pretty much had intended to be my first 11. And so let's hope that we can create something here now, maybe even get us scoring or something. No. There, counter this. There on the counter attack. Good, Duro. Healy back to the goalkeeper Egan, and Egan hoisted up, but they take over the ball again and hoist it up too. This is a dangerous opportunity. Wasn't that offside? Yes, it was. Good one, Judge. The linesman got that right. Let's see what we can do. Let's do that. Put some pressure on that player so that we can try and create something. Now we have a hard decision to make as well. Who's going to be captain for this year? I haven't really bought in someone old, so that's going to be a problem. I could use a new Scott Doe, somebody that has experience and stuff like that. So this is going to be a tough season to do without our beloved captain. That could be a little thing that makes this such a hard game. Isn't that the third or fourth time they score, but it's been disallowed because of offside. Weird that they play like that, but yeah, that's up to them. As I said, a lot of new players, and it's going to hopefully reveal itself which players that I want to continue with and to aim for pump fists and compete at the end of the season. Let's give them just a couple of minutes here, perhaps to 50, and then we pause it and do some changes. Interesting to see what we can get out of these players. Here 50, we go into tactics and subs, and I want to change the goalkeeper. I want to change the right defender. I want to change the left defender, and I want to change at least one of the mid defender. I want to put in that Payne to see if he's anything to have, and I'm actually just going to change one of the central midfielders to give Sonny Kerry, and Kerry should be want him to be an advanced playmaker to play a support, giving him the opportunity to go higher. Healy, let's give Vos a chance there. And this is the interesting thing here. I'm going to take out Fundi and give Liam Nash the opportunity to play there. Let's see if this can change anything in this game. And let's go. A couple of new players. Let's see if something goes in the right direction here now. No sheer chances created, not even them. They haven't created any chances either, so that's a good thing though. That was brilliant by Boston United. Really? Sorry about that, I'm a bit tired. I think I need to go to bed pretty soon. But yeah, 70th minute, so 20 minutes left of this pre-season friendly. The first one, and the rest I'm going to play off camera, as I said. I'm going to be fixing and doing stuff off camera, and I'm gonna go until we have our first league game, and we're gonna see what happens then. I'm gonna get back after this. The next episode is going to be the first match of the season, so let's see. they create the chance. I was trying to get a chance created, but it ends up being them, and they probably will score. Oh, Hadler takes that pretty good. And it was offside as well. They seem to have problems with offsides, that team. I guess their striker is pretty good at running offside, but they still get another chance, and they head it over. So will Hadler give Egan a competition for the goalkeeping position? Nobody knows, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can get this team to play better than we did last season, or if we end up in the same. Oh, Stag scoring here, but with an assist from Payne. So let's see if we might be signing Payne as well. And Liam Nash is injured, so we are going to bring in Traore, and we're going to start the game again. A couple of seconds left, and at least we start the season with a pretty friendly win. And I'm going to be delighted. We won the game. We didn't let any goals in at the back, which is probably very, very good, I think. And now the club have sold 57 season tickets for the upcoming season. The board expect the club to sell around 300. That's a lot of tickets. Thinking that we have an average of 750 last season, it certainly sounds like a lot of with 300 season tickets, but okay. Taking on season holders are upcoming season up to around 400 in total. Okie dokie. Friendly lucky Welling celebrate unlucky victory. Unlikely victory. Okay, and Liam Nash will be out for 3 weeks. Maybe that is his weakness. Maybe he's a player that gets injured a lot. I really, to be honest, I didn't check this out. And yeah, he was only out for 4 weeks last season, so that shouldn't be a problem. Did he play last season? Yeah, he played 30 games. No, he didn't play. He was available on free transfer. Yeah, he's got to played. 2021 he started in Boca Juniors last season and went to Hornchurch in England. Played 30 games and scored 10 goals. So that's I didn't check on his history. And yeah, he shouldn't be too much of an injury promise if he made 30 games and had 1 major injury last season with 4 weeks out. Yeah, shouldn't be a major problem, but you never know. So I'm gonna be doing the rest of the preseason off camera, as I said, and I'll see you for the first episode of this season 2, episode number 1, which I will call it. I will see you when we start the league, the first league game. So do like, subscribe, and all that nice stuff, and stay safe out there. And I'm gonna end it with bye bye bye.